It's your girl T here, back with the Tea Time Tuesday vidya. I know y'all are having a beautiful, blessed day because we're tea timers. Is absolutely what we do. The affirmation of the day is, I choose me. We choose ourselves. We're tea timers, so we choose ourselves every time because we're putting ourselves on that pedestal. I was thinking to myself the other day, if somebody came into your environment, into your reality, and they told you what to wear, what was relevant, how you should look, how you should behave, what is good versus what you're doing, and how you're not adding up to that other person's reality, would you take their advice? Would you take it as Bible? Like, would you listen to them? Or would you challenge them and say, I decide what I wear. I decide what looks good on me. I decide what's relevant in my reality. I would assume that most of you would challenge what the person was saying and say that you make the decisions in your own reality. When we are taking our power and giving it away to things like social media, or other people's opinions or 3D circumstances, this is essentially what we are doing. We're allowing things outside of us to validate what is important for us, what is relevant to us, how we should look, how we should feel. Social media has systematically figured out how to, like platforms like Facebook, Instagram, all those things, they know that the human attention span is short. They know that it gets shorter the more they scroll, and it's easier to influence you subconsciously through advertisements and making things seem so enticing that you need to have them. This is not a hidden marketing scam. This has been going on for centuries before social media existed, through advertisements, through subliminal messaging and marketing, etc. But when you are spending hours and hours on social media and comparing yourselves to other people, or stalking your SP's page and thinking that this is reality and this is what's happening for you right now, you're taking your power and you're giving it away to other people, and you're allowing them to tell you what is going on in your own reality instead of being the CEO of your reality, which you should be. When I say the affirmation of the day is I choose me, and you say that to yourself, choosing yourself means putting all the work into yourself. That may look like putting up boundaries in your 3D reality when people are disrespectful to you, or you're not treated in the way that you are aligning to as your new person. This may look like saying no to things that you didn't say no to before because you're putting your priorities ahead of other people's. This also may look like you have to block certain people out of your 3D reality until you become stronger within yourself, inclusive of your SP. If you have to block your SP out of your 3D reality while you get your stuff together, that's perfectly fine. You're, again, choosing yourself. Whether it's waking up in the morning and putting makeup on as a woman because it makes you feel better, or as a man, men wear makeup now too. So whatever, the point I'm trying to make is waking up a few minutes ahead of when you're ready to go out the door and putting some effort into your appearance, whatever way makes you feel special. Whether it looks like eating better because you're trying to get healthy, or going to the gym because you want to lose weight, or reading that book you wanted to read all of last year and doing it for 20 minutes a day, or taking yourself on dates for 20 to 30 minutes in the week, or an hour, or however long you feel. These are all related to choosing yourself, because every time that you are strictly affirming for one person or one particular thing and you don't put any effort or affirmations into yourself, you're pedestalizing whatever you're doing, and you're saying, I may not be worth the focus of taking away from this thing and putting it onto myself. But a lot of y'all are building houses on shaky foundations. What I mean by that is the foundation, which is you, is shaky, and you have some beliefs that stand in the way of getting what you want. But instead of focusing on that foundation, you're building a house on top of it, like affirming for other things before yourself. If you are the consistent denominator in all circumstances in your 3D, you need to make sure that the majority of the effort that you're putting into your 3D reality is on yourself, because your beliefs, your thought processes, the way that you think people look at you, the way that you think circumstances affect you, what emotionally triggers you is all affected by you. and currently where you sit. And what does this look like as well? When I told y'all, when you go into the 3D and you see things that are repetitious patterns, you might want to take a look at that. Like if I get into the same circumstance in the 3D over and over, like within a job, for example, if I'm constantly being disrespected, not appreciated for the work that I do, and I'm going from job to job and every job winds up the same, that is a reflection of a self-concept I have for myself, where I'm not being, where I don't believe that I deserve to be valued and I don't deserve the accolades or the recognition for what I'm doing. Same thing with relationships. You see people that get into relationships one after the other and they always end the same way, whether the person breaks up on them, they cheat on them, what have you. The limited belief systems that we have will always carry forward until they are addressed. And that's not to say this is a hard process to change beliefs that limit us. It just means that we have to recognize them and be willing to see the patterns in our lives and what needs to be done. Y'all need to prioritize yourselves. Put yourself on a pedestal, focus on yourself, and if that means taking something out of your reality and putting it on the shelf for later, so be it. You are the priority or the main focus in your reality. Let's say you work on self-concept and you realize that you're not in alignment with the SP version that's showing up for you and you feel like you deserve to go for somebody new. The point is, you're still going to be moving forward with that new person. So are you ready to receive the new person's love? Are you ready to have a new story and a new focus on the way that you look at love so you don't repeat the same pattern as before? This is the work. The work is really looking at ourselves and focusing in on what it is that we want to look at differently and shifting to a different state of consciousness where we are a new version of ourselves who has different patterns in our 3D reality. The 3D is our employee. We are not the 3D's employee. So when you're putting all your faith and all of your power into the 3D and the circumstances that are within it, that to me signifies that you are still not trusting enough that you are the creator of your own reality. So you might want to beef up on the rules of manifestation and how powerful you really are. This video is simply to remind you, choose yourself every single day. And when you truly choose yourself every single day and you know that the party doesn't start until you get there, your whole reality around you is going to shift in a positive direction. I'm telling you right now. I love y'all, but not as much as you should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed Tuesday. Bye.